Tips for starting a food business in 2022. The food and beverage industry is much more than just full-service restaurants, fancy spoons, and forks. And if you're interested in learning more about the different types of small food businesses and how you can start your own, well, salute, because today we'll be covering some tips for starting your own food business in 2022. Hey guys, Dorian here with Orderific, where we share new ways of dining and operating food and beverage businesses. Make sure to subscribe to be notified for upcoming videos. So the big question is, what do you need to start a food business? Now, I know you're ready to go full-blown ratatouille and open a pristine full-service restaurant with a gourmet kitchen. But as inspiring as that sounds, it's important for you to first learn how to operate a successful food business aside from a full-service establishment. Tip number 1, invest time in learning your market. Even the most talented of chefs can fall out of touch with consumer needs. That's why it's important to stay devoted to every detail in the restaurant industry. Who's your target customers? What do they love to eat? What are other restaurants doing? And what direction is the market headed in? Remember, there's nothing wrong with following the threads and getting the answers you need to position your brand to your customers' needs. During your research, the main goal is to learn who your customers are and how to best serve, attract, and satisfy their needs. And the best way to achieve that is by creating a great food business name that aligns with your customer demographic. Tip number 2, discover your niche. You've heard it 1,000 times, and believe it or not, it's not just for YouTubers and content creators. Your niche is the bread and butter, pun intended, to you finding your footing to what's missing in the market. So rather than breaking into the restaurant industry with copied ideas, which would be a bit more difficult, you can create an avenue for your brand to grow and develop where the market is in dire need. For an entrepreneur, you must be willing to give it your all in pursuit of customer happiness and deliver what's missing in the market. We can assure you that customers are willing to pay top dollar if you can satisfy a missing critical need. By targeting important areas that are often ignored, you would solidify your brand's reputation in the industry. If you've been finding today's video helpful, make sure to tap the subscribe button and leave us a like so we can continue creating helpful content like this. Tip number 3, go online. In this day and age, social media is the catalyst for the latest trends in delicious cuisines. With social media, you'll be able to connect people with your brand on a deeper level. Anyone, including your new restaurant, can rise to set new trends if you continue to deliver stunning content. The biggest strategy to take away here is always play to your strengths and the ideals of your customers. So your main focus is to ensure your content is carefully tailored to communicate how you want your brand to be perceived by your audience. Tip number 4, go digital. As we begin to enter the future of the food industry, digital menus will be highly efficient in creating a new and fun experience for customers to make orders in your restaurant. Not only will they save time, but this new facet will allow customers to feel more empowered in making an order. For example, with Orderific, we enable mobile ordering and payments that make it easier for restaurants to manage their business and save costs in staff and training, all while providing customers the freedom to order for themselves. This can alleviate errors and save time, allowing you to increase order amounts with smart upsells and cross-sales. Tip number 5, get close to your audience. So now we're faced with how do we get your customers to take their first bites? Depending on your niche and audience demographic, this can be a challenge or a walkover. So as the old saying goes, keep your audience close and your customers closer. And there's no better way to achieve this than to engage in giveaways, discounts, and free taste tests, advertising and marketing campaigns, hosting events, partnering with other brands, and celebrity collaborations. Take every measure and step as you can. Getting your audience interested with your brand will help you stand out and make them revisit your restaurant. And last but not least, tip number 6, brand your business. Branding your business is highly important as this is how your audience will identify you. The mistake most founders make is assuming their restaurant can survive without solid brand identity. By branding your business carefully, you can capture the attention of your target audience, making it easier to be noticed and help customers tell their friends and families about it. And that happens with a well-created business name for your company. Your restaurant's name is the first thing your audience learns about your business, and the best way to hook them instantly is by your brand. In conclusion, your restaurant is going to grow with time, and although temptations will be high to jump on the next fad, it's best to hold on to your core values tightly. Customers value consistency, so maintain your brand, quality, food, and services. And there you have it, tips for starting a food business in 2022. I'm Dorian from Orderific, and I'll see you in our next video.